Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from the Meadowlands Racetrack here on Thursday night. It is October the 6th, 2016. Gonna look at all the races on tonight's program. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections from racetracks around the world. And I mean around the world. 6 races on tonight's cards. Let's get on to it. Starting off at race number 1. It's a claiming race per $16,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Never won a race since April the 6th of 2016, or it's never won 3 races. We have a field of 13 horses. 11 through 13 are also eligible, traveling 5 furlongs on the turf course rail at 10 feet from its true position. 5 furlongs, 5/8 of a mile, 1,000 meters. And my top selection here, we'll go to the 7 horse. Number 7, who is on your match. Gonna go 7-4-5-6. 7-4-5-6, number 7 on your match. 2-1, Paco Lopez. Last time out, ran on July 22nd at Laurel Park, 5.5 furlongs, an optional 16 claimer. Source finished third by 4 3/4 lengths that day. He's setting the pace early on and just gave away just a very, he ran very fast. He went to the 5/8 and 56 flat. It was just very fast. Start before again at Laurel Park, July 2nd, optional 16 claimer. Finished fourth by length. From the 12 hole, horrible post position. He set the pace early on, but weakened. It just wasn't his day that day. And then start before it came into claiming 16,000 on June the 5th at Pimlico, 5 furlongs. Horse won by neck on lead all throughout and just held on. It was a nice victory. He's dropping down in class today, which I think is going to be the key with this one. He likes this distance. He's 9-2 at it. He has a lot of speed. I think he's the speed of the speed in this race. If this horse could hold on without the closers closing on him, I think this horse should really do well. So I'm going to use this horse as a top selection. So to recap my bets for race number 1 from the Meadowlands Racetrack here on this Thursday night, going to go with the 7 horse. Going to do a superfecta 7-4-5-6. 7-4-5-6. So now let's get on to race number 2 from the Big M, which is the main claim race. Purse $15,000 for fillies, 2-year-olds. Going for a field of 10 horses, going for a claim price of $20,000, going 5 furlongs on the turf course, and again, rail at 10 feet. 5 furlongs. And my top selection here, we'll go to the 9 horse. Number 9, who was Sassana, a British bred horse here. Gonna go 9-7-8-3. 9-7-8-3. Number 9, Sassana, 2-1. Last time out, ran at Laurel Park, 5.5 furlongs, September the 25th, the maiden special weight for $40,000. He finished 9th by 8 1/4 lengths. He set the pace early on and then just weakened towards the end of the race. He's getting a tax break, but a weight break today also, because he was carrying 122 pounds his only 2 starts. He's carrying 115 today with the 5-pound apprentice here today. So he's the second lowest weight here in this spot. I think the weight should really help this one. Start before came out August 5th at Laurel, 5.5 furlongs, made special weight for 41,000. He finished 9th by 7 1/4 lengths. Was not on the lead that day. Just finished 9th. He was basically 9th all throughout. He beat 1 horse. Wasn't his best of starts. I think he should be improving. He's dropping down in class to a maiden 20 from a maiden special weight. I think he should really have a good run here today. So to recap my bets for race number 2 from the Meadowlands Racetrack, gonna go with the 9 horse here. Gonna do a superfecta 9-7-8-3. 9-7-8-3. So now let's get on to race number 3 from the Big M. Third race is a main claim race. First $13,000 for maidens, 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 14 horses traveling the distance of ground of a mile. 1 mile here. And my top selection here, we'll go to the 2 horse. Number 2, After Cheney. I'm going to go 2-10-9-7. 2-10-9-7. Number 2, After Cheney, 6-1. Orlando Boca Chica for Nick Zito, this 3-year-old gelding. Reported gelding on the 21st of April of this year. Last time out, run at Suffolk Downs, about a mile on September the 4th, and a maiden 12:50. Same conditions as today. This horse finished 5th by 9 lengths that day as a favorite. This horse was just wide. This last 2 starts, this horse hasn't been getting a good post position. It's been either He just had this bad post position. Today on the turf, I think he should do well. All his turf races have been pretty good. I think those are his better races. Start before at Saratoga, a mile and eighth and main 30. Source finished ninth by 48 and a quarter lengths. He beat nobody. He basically last all throughout. From the 5 hole, from basically 3 out, going a mile and eighth at Saratoga, it's so hard to win. This horse proved it. And plus he was facing so much tougher horses. And then start before at Suffolk Downs, 7.5 furlongs, July the 10th, and maiden 25,000. He finished second by no suck in the pace from the rail. I think he should have a good run here today, not facing nearly as tough horses. 6 to 1. I like the price on this one, so watch out for this horse to run a good one. So to recap my bets for race number 3 from the Meadowlands Racetrack, gonna go with the 2 horse. Gonna do a superfecta 210.97. 210.97. So now let's get on to race number 4 from the Big M, which is main special weight purse $25,000 for maidens, fillies, 2-year-olds. Field of 14 horses traveling the distance of ground of 5 furlongs. 5/8 on the turf. And my top selection, I'm gonna go to the rail here to the 1 horse who is Fly Swift. I'm gonna go 1-10-6-8. 1-10-6-8. Number 1's Fly Swift, 3-2. Christophe Clement trains this one. Dylan Davis in the saddle at a City Zip, a speedy kind of horse. But last time out, ran August 15th at Saratoga, 5.5 furlongs, and good turf course, and it made special for $83,000. He finished third by 2 1/4 lengths that day. Just was a little bit wide. Had a horrible trip. He had to steady a few times in the lane. It just wasn't his day to win against very tough horses. Facing these horses today, which aren't as tough as those Saratoga 5.5 furlong races. So I think that's the key also with this one. The start before came at Belmont, 6 furlongs on the inner turf course, July 16th, and made special weight for $75,000. He finished 5th by 4 3/4 lengths that day. And just was wide. Really couldn't overtake that wide trip. Closed up a tiny bit, but again, he just did not save any ground that day. I think this horse should do well. It's going to be my best bet of the day. I really like this horse's chances. So to recap my bets for race number 4 from the Big M, I'm going to go with the 1 horse. Going to do a superfecta 1-10-6-8. 1-10-6-8. So now to race number 5 from the Meadowlands, which is a claim race purse, $18,000 for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Never won 3 races. We have a field of 9 horses traveling the distance of ground of a mile. Traveling a mile. Somebody asked me a few days ago, why do I show that this diagram? It gives me a second to look down and read my notes, so that's why. But they're traveling a mile here. And my top selection here will go to the 4 horse, number 4, who is Viola La Victoria. Gonna go 4-1-6-2. 4-1-6-2. Number 4, Viola Victoria, La Victoria, whatever. 9-5. Paco Lopez for Tom Albatrani. Last time out, ran at Belmont Park Mile on September the 14th and claiming 25. He finished 8th by 7 3/4 lengths that day against very tough horses. Had a horrible trip. Had to steady a few times. Was wide. Just wasn't his day. Start before came at Saratoga Mile, 16th August to 22nd, claiming 35,000. Finished 5th by 1.5 lengths. Again, he just had a horrible trip. Really was stuck that day. It just wasn't his best of starts. He's dropping down to the claiming 10, which I believe is the lowest this horse has ever run. I think turf is the key for this one. He's 13-2. Both of his wins have come on the turf. He should really like this turf course. His last win, we have to go back to Aqueduct, April 24th of this year, claiming 25,000 hours to lifetime. Horse won by 1 3/4 lengths, closed up incredibly well. It's a very nice second out winner, or whatever, second win. But I'm going to go with this horse here as a top selection. So to recap my bets for race number 5 from the Meadowlands Racetrack, I'm going to go with the 4 horse. I'm going to go 4-1-6-2. 4-1-6-2. So now let's get on to race number 6 from the Meadowlands, which is a claiming race. Purse $16,000 for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. Number 1. A race since April the 6th, or which never won 3 races. We have a field of 12 horses traveling 5 furlongs here on the turf course. And my top selection here will go to the 7 horse here, number 7, Shining America. I'm going to go 7-5-8-3. 7-5-8-3. Number 7, Shining America, 5-1 for David Nunn, who trains this one. Gets the 7-pound apprentice here today, so he's only carrying 115 pounds. Has Torres in the saddle. But last time out, ran at Delaware Park, 5 furlongs, September the 12th, and claiming 14,000. He finished 4th by 3 lengths that day. He closed up a tiny bit. I think he needed a little extra kick that day. I think this horse should be improving with this class, with this step down in class. So I think that's the key with this one. Start before came at Delaware Park, 5 furlongs, claiming 10,000. This horse finished 7th by 5 lengths. It just wasn't his day. From the 9 hole, really did not do anything. Plus, that was the horse's first start since January 24th, 7.5 furlongs, Gulfstream Park, claiming 16,000. He finished 3rd by 4.5 lengths. He was closing up, a tiny bit, but, by the finish he was like weakening. So it was a weird run for him that day. But he's been improving with the two starts since since the layoff. I think he should really be peaking today at a quality road. Quality road, I always think of about a miler horse, but I think he has some speed. This one also going the 5 furlongs. Has run here at the Meadowlands last season, October the 8th, 5 furlongs, claiming 75,000 here at the Meadowlands. He finished second by 2 1/4 lengths. He got the second that day, closing up very well. I'm going to go with this horse as a top selection. So to recap my bets for race number 6 from the Meadowlands Racetrack, I'm going to go with the 7 horse. I'm going to go 7583, 7583. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.